go in another direction with the intergovernmental agreement.
No, we can't go in another direction because there's nothing provided.
The contract allows you to terminate it as long as you give notice to the city and the village before November 1st of the next year.
Why don't we have this full information provided to us before the meeting so we have a clue what you want?
It's in the packet.
No, it isn't.
That's what I don't
It should
understand.
not provide it in the packet.
All it says is discussion purposes only. But it doesn't say what we're discussing.
So let's talk about it then. So, I sure you want to start off?
No, why
He
don't
never starts
can
off.
you,
We can't hear you.
somebody just tell us?
Sure, so,
Thank you.
so I can start off. So, right now it's become an issue that the Park District really isn't in the business of selling boat stickers and doing, ecology with Crystal Lake in the intergovernmental agreement. There's other ways to do that, and I think that there's a better way to do it.
What is it?
Okay, so you think that there's a different thought. Could that not have been in this?
Yeah.
I think we needed that in this agenda, so we put it for the packet. So you have a different thought.
Yes.
Do you want to share that?
Yeah, so I think that we have other ways of raising revenue. We have, boat gate fees that create money. We have stickers that make money. The Crystal Lake has been selling the stickers for the last 38 years. There was no reason to move it over and to give that extra work for the Park District. Crystal Lake was doing just great selling the stickers. And so the thought is to undo that and let it go back the way it's always been for years.
So can we discuss this then?
Yes.
All right, so we moved the.
Let's go around, Commissioner Jacobson.
I feel like it was a good move to have the Park District sell these stickers. It was, for people in the community that maybe, have boats or whatever, it was an easy place for them to go get their gate key, to get their sticker. We could manage it, we could know exactly how many stickers we're selling. There was no lack of communication between the city and the Park District. I think that the first year that we did this, it seems like it was very successful, so I see absolutely no reason why we want to go back to where it was before. And I don't believe that when we discussed this at some of the other meetings, that Jason indicated that our staff could handle it. And I don't see that it's a problem, so I don't understand why we're even bringing this even up.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yeah, now I'm remembering this, so, yeah, so that they have one place to go and got everything. I don't remember hearing from the staff, or Jason's the boss, from them, that it was not working. So, the money, where the money's going was already decided, so if that's part of it, I don't know, but, it's just one place to do business.
Okay. Commissioner Nissenson.
When it moved to the Park District, the additional lake ecology fee went into play. And it's my understanding that the sale of gate keys alone support enough revenue to handle the lake ecology. But now we're collecting an additional $170, and it seems like it was an unnecessary, I hate the term money grab, but it just seems like moving to the Park District and charging and increasing the fee essentially, from $30 to $100 or $200 was not a good move for those that wanted to obtain a boat sticker. And I think, am I wrong in thinking that that's not in the best interest of the citizens and those that use the lake?
Part of the funding for the weed harvester was supposed to be coming from those funds, from the raised revenues. So there was a reason why they were raised, and it wasn't for a money power grab or whatever. It was just because we wanted to be able to do this in a way that wasn't going to be financially unfair for you know, other people that live in Crystal Lake that maybe don't use the lake or the boat.
And it was the motors of the larger, okay, but you let him go out of order, but not me. It was the larger boats who are causing the weeds to get chopped up. It's the larger boats who are causing the erosion to the shores. It's the larger boats that are bringing in invasive weeds by not fully washing out their hulls and whatever else that you wash out. And it was the Lake Ecology Committee who proposed this fee. So it came from those key members of SPOA, how to fund the weed harvester. So now that we have the weed harvester, all of a sudden, boy, I mean, you've just held them up to a higher status, this committee, but now you don't like it because you all live on the lake? Is that the reason why?
Commissioner Hickey, do you have any comment?
How did we get involved in this intergovernmental agreement? It was just for the sticker, the boat stickers, or what?
So it was kind of a three-pronged approach, well, with the three items, I should say. The purpose behind it was to, with the increased fees, so to get more funding to address additional ecology things, specifically the treatment of invasive species that the current ecology budget wasn't covering, as well as the harvesting operations, which included the purchase of the harvester as well as the operations of that. Those fees generated by the increase in stickers was to go towards that. So that was the purpose behind all of this. And it was also to put the onus of the responsibility more on the actual users as opposed to the taxpayers. So the Park District agreed, we're not gonna use any more general tax dollars to manage lake ecology. We're gonna let the users of the lake help fund that, which is not an uncommon practice with how we operate in the Park District. User fees help cover the direct cost of what the users are doing. So that's kind of the philosophy behind it, Rich.
But we took that away from the city?
Well, the city agreed to let the Park District sell the stickers, and that was just a customer service move, because one of the biggest complaints we hear here in the spring is, why do I have to run all over town to get my boat in the water? Why can't I just get my stickers and e-fob at one place and be done with it? And it has been, you know, we have received compliments on it. It was no easy task, but our staff pulled it off, so
So
that was
it
the
helped
purpose
the
behind
city.
it.
We didn't take any money away from the city at all.
Because the money that was coming in was always going to Lakewood for the patrol, and that $30 of that fee still goes to Lakewood for the lake patrol. So the stickers are still funding the lake patrol, and the additional funding is funding the lake ecology.
I'm sorry, but I wasn't quite finished when you,
Sorry.
it's okay. So something I want to point out is that as part of what the Park District did, is we required and kept very good records of the size of the boat, the size of the motor, and it was the first time that we've had completely accurate records. The city didn't really keep completely accurate records, and if you look at the boat stickers, the majority of the boat stickers on the lake are sold to non-motorized boats. Non-motorized boats, not motorized boats, but canoes and kayaks. And this is really important, and because we have data now on the size of boats coming in, the bigger the boat, the more destruction that happens to the lake. The more dangerous the lake becomes. By sending this back to the city, that information gets hidden once again. And I think that's really important to note.
Commissioner Heisler, do you have any comment?
Beg your pardon?
I said, Commissioner Heisler, do you have any comment?
Can you speak into your microphone?
Commissioner Heisler, do you have a comment?
I don't have any comment about the fees, but I think that the city should hold responsibility. So I'd like to make a motion to terminate the intergovernmental agreement between the city, the park, and Lakewood.
Okay, is there a second?
I second.
Okay, can you call the roll?
Could you repeat the motion, please?
There's a motion to cancel the intergovernmental agreement.
Obtuse.
Commissioner Jacobson,
No.
Commissioner Johnson,
No.
Commissioner Neesensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cagle,
No.
Commissioner Heisler,
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey,
Yes.
Commissioner Jezinga.
Yes. Okay, the next topic is